Hey guys, welcome to Randy's Road Life. Another video to help you guys out. Information that allows you to make good decisions that brings about positive outcomes in your life and hopefully all of our lives, right? Pertaining to the trucking industry, I might delve into something a little different after that. I'm not really sure. Maybe I won't. But anyways, if you haven't already done so, guys, like and subscribe. One thing that I do is keep up with the industry. Even though I was home a lot and stuff like that over this past year, I still kept up to the industry, things like that. So I want to help you guys out with owner operatorship and lease purchase, which I have done both. Okay, and so I do have experience in both of those, and directly and indirectly. All right. So this current time that we're in, would I recommend a lease purchase and or owner operatorship? Okay, true owner operator, your own authority or whatnot, even if you leased onto somebody, right, with your own truck. I don't really recommend it. Okay, now it's really up to you guys, and I'm about to explain to you why I don't recommend it at the moment. Okay, because I want to see what's going to happen as a result of a couple things that has just recently occurred. So, two things have come out that give brokers insane power over companies: highway and 411. Okay. And I'm going to make this very easy for you guys to understand. Maybe some of you guys don't understand the lingo or how some of this stuff works. Maybe you guys haven't even heard of this stuff yet. So I'm going to make it very simple, okay? So say you're an owner operator, or you lease, or you are a lease purchase driver in the company, and say you want to, your company or you want to book a load. Maybe you're booking a load with the same broker that you have been doing so for 5-6 years, right? But some fledgling broker came into the business a month ago who don't like you and put a guard on you, right? A freight guard on you, right? Boom. No more business for you. Not through this current state of how these brokers are running on these particular software, right? Highway and 411. There's two different ones. All right. So what you're looking at is, you guys didn't have a good conversation. They didn't like you. Maybe you didn't like them. Whatever. They feel some type of way about you. Forever. It doesn't even matter. Boom. They put a freight guard on you. No one's going to do business with you. Right? Not even the company you're leased onto, not the company who you got a lease purchase through, and not even you if you own your own truck and your own authority. You're dead in the water, right? So now what they have is they have the ability to destroy trucking companies outright, okay? And there does not look like there's any recourse to it whatsoever, right? You have to figure out within 72 hours how to resolve it. That you have a 72-hour window. How do you resolve it with that particular broker? Because no one's going to do business with you until it's done. All right. The only way around that is direct shipper freight, right? Customers were to have no middlemen, right? And some companies have good customer freight, direct shipper freight. There are companies that have it. My friend Trucker Todd, he just signed down with the company. They have customer freight, direct shipper freight. That really saves you from the shenanigans of brokers, right? Because let's face it, man, like a trucker's worst enemy is not DOT, it's brokers. Why? Because they can tie your money up for weeks and months and not pay you, right? Now what the FMCSA is now coming out with, and it might not take effect until 2026, is if a freight broker does not have more than $75,000 in their real-time revenue, right? or not revenue, but they don't have that $75,000 to show for, if they go under that, boom, they're blocked, done. They can't do nothing until they raise that bar, right? And that's helpful. So what that means, if a freight broker is going out of business and he's still trying to book loads, right, in order to make money for himself, he won't be able to, right? So those mediocre, going out of business, trash can brokers will be completely snubbed, right? You won't have to deal with those guys. So those guys would be out of the mix. Unfortunately, they're delaying it into 2026. I don't know how it's going to be termed. You could probably do some research on that and you'll see it for yourself. But I'm trying to give you guys this news in a nutshell so it's easy to digest, right? So so let me back up, all right? Two broker softwares, Highway and 411, allow brokers to block you from getting loads from anybody else. Once another broker sees you're blocked by another broker, they don't do business with you, all right? And it doesn't matter. It could be like you got an out of service, so they don't want to deal with you. It could be even things that are not your fault. They don't want to do business with you, right? Boom, block. And so you have to be very careful now, because these brokers, they already had the trucking industry in a chokehold, right? And now, for lack of a better term, they're raising us up on the galley, guys. You know, we're being strangled to death, and it's like, what's it going to come to for us? You know, we're going to be out here sacrificing our time and our lives and things like that for pennies on the dollar, right? And it's not going to be worth it. They're going to destroy the trucking industry. It's going to be garbage, you know. So hopefully this election comes, some type of broker reform will happen. There needs to be a new transportation secretary that stands up and says truck drivers have to be protected. And in contrast to that, right, brokers have to be regulated, right? Brokers have to be regulated. There has to be several things that have to happen with brokers. One, there has to be a cap on what brokers can take for themselves, because they assume no risk. We assume all the risk, okay? They don't fuel. They don't do pre-trip inspections. They don't secure the loads. They don't pick them up, drop them off, park, back. They don't drive for 11 hours a day, 70 hours a week. They don't, you know, breakdowns and, you know, fatigue and exhaustion. They don't do any of that stuff, right? And they have to be regulated also from blocking carriers, right, from getting loads. This should not be allowed, right? There's no recourse. They should have, we should have equal recourse. If they have a problem, they should be able to file a complaint where we don't get blocked by anything. The complaint should have to go to somebody, an arbiter of some sort, and then we file our rebuttal. And it's the same process. If we have a problem with the freight broker, we file our complaint with an arbiter, they file their rebuttal, all right? And there we go. We go through those channels that do not bring this above water to other brokers or other companies. We can do this, you know. Requires broker reform, FMCSA reform, the DOT reform. I mean, it's the entire trucking industry is unbelievably one-sided. I mean, it's not even close, guys. It's not even close. I'm not trying to scare you. I want you guys to make good decisions based on the current state of affairs, right? I don't want to see no one lose their truck. I don't want to see no one lose their business. Okay, so the ante on truck drivers has gone way up, and brokers have pretty much don't have to chip in anything, right? It doesn't matter how little integrity they have, you know, they can destroy your company easily. And so there's that. I have seen some attractive lease purchase offers. I'm not going to go lease purchase anytime soon whatsoever. If I do anything, it'll be with my own truck. I'm not going to lease purchase on anyone. Not that I mean, maybe I'll change my mind. Who knows, right? I've changed my mind here and there in the past. Never really know what's going to happen, but I have no interest in a lease purchase offer. I have seen a couple of attractive ones that caught my eye, but you don't really know the veracity of those statements that they make, you know, and how they make it look very good on paper, right? So you see all the numbers, or you see some of the numbers, and you see what they offer, deductions and anything else, and they all, oh, you're gonna make up to $10,000 a week, which is a lie. You know, I mean, I talk to business owners quite a bit. Even Ephraim, who runs this company, Caracas Transportation. Me and him have talked, and you're doing good if you break even. You know, and like at the expense of a truck running, and a truck stop just on its own with no load is $300 to $400 a day. So if a truck sits here, it does not move, right? That's $300 to $400 a day that he loses. All right. Now let me just tell you what happened to me on this particular load that I'm on. I get this load out of Riverside, California. Was it Riverside? No. Downey, California. Okay, which is up there by LA. And comes up here to Laurel, Montana, and so we go pick it up. I mean, it's a good deadhead. It's over 250 miles of deadhead because I was in Vegas. But my dispatcher gave me the load. I'm happy. It's over a 1,500 mile load. I'm cool with that. You know, bring that on. 75 cents all miles paid, and it's a tarp load. Another $50. I'm on it. Just struggle through LA traffic. Pick the load up, tarp it, strap it, all that good stuff. Which I did strap over my tarps. Primarily because I knew where I was going, and I knew it was going to be very windy, and so I strap over my tarps because of that. When I can, right? When you're going up 15, and from 15, you know, you're going through Nevada, you're going through a piece of Arizona, you're going through Utah, up into Idaho. You get into some very windy areas. You go up through Yellowstone on 20. To 284, all that good stuff, and you come up here and through Bozeman, very windy in these areas. So I rather not test my bungees to their limits, right? Because you're talking about 50, 60 mile an hour wind gusts. I just strap over my tarps. Don't have a problem with the wind. Now, just make sure your straps are tight every time you stop when you're supposed to tighten them up. So, anyways, after we pick up the load, I get bad news from my dispatcher. She sends me a message, and she you can tell that she wasn't very happy about the news. We're told after we book the load and pick up the load, oh, by the way, you're not going to get unloaded until Monday. The load was supposed to be delivered yesterday, right? And I had a partial on with this that doesn't get delivered also until Monday, but that we got that as a result of this not being deliverable until Monday. So both loads deliver Monday morning, one here in Billings, the other one back in Laurel. Not a problem, but even with layover, it does not cover what I lose as a driver, right? It takes away what I would have gained, because dropping this load off Friday, I get another 2,000. I get a 2,000 mile load, 1,500 mile load. So I have the potential of making an additional $1,500, right? On top of what I just made, plus tarp, who knows what I would have got, maybe another partial. You know, this past week I grossed $3,500, right? That's a fact. I can even show that settlement, but yeah, I grossed $3,500 off my first week, and so that right there it's outrageous that they do that to us. And I think when a company does that, I think the layover pay should be much higher, because I'm probably not making more than $150 a day sitting here, which I could have made, you know, $300 or $400 to $500 a day driving the truck. You know, so yeah, I'm making money sitting here, but I don't want to sit here. I'm trying to work, right? This is about work. This is about driving, right? And picking up loads, dropping loads off. This is what this is about. We don't become truck drivers to sit around in truck stops for 3 days. You know, I got here yesterday. I thought about stopping at the Pilot in Columbus, Montana. I don't like that Pilot because a lot of four-wheelers come in and out of there, and they are entirely disrespectful. They cut you off, cut in front of you, illegal turns. I mean, I hate Columbus, Montana Pilot. So I came here to the one in Billings and ran to Walmart, got some groceries, all that good stuff. But this is where we're at, guys. My opinion on lease purchase, owner operatorship, all that good stuff. Wait. Watch the market. Be very careful, okay? And pick your time wisely, all right? The rates are down. It costs a lot of money to operate your own truck. If you're operating your own truck, you're looking at anywhere from $1.70 to $2 a mile for your overhead expenses just in your own truck. It really depends on the type of truck you have, okay? The weight you're hauling, the length of your loads, and there's a lot of things that go into that. But if you're an owner operator, say you have drivers, right? You have a driver in your truck. They say that the average cost a company has to pay out per mile just to have a driver in their truck is $2.72 a mile. So let me say, if you break even, you're probably doing pretty damn good, okay? Because there are companies out here losing money fist over hand. Oh man, it's bad. So be careful with that. Research the information I gave you. You know, don't be blind. Don't close your eyes and be deaf to the news and things like that. If you're in this business and you want to own your own truck, be smart, gather information, use that information to make good decisions. That way you may have positive outcomes in your life. So with that, guys, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell to get notifications when I do post these videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.